and welcome again to the Mobility for Cyclists program. Today we are going to work on opening the chest and the upper back, the thoracic spine. So this area of our body is always hunched when we ride. This is usually how we ride, so we have the shoulder forward, the back rounded, and the chest compressed. We want to open up also to give more space to the lungs and to the respiratory system that always gets compressed on a ride. So we will be working with simple exercises that anyone can do, and I will offer variations for those that find some of them a little bit more difficult. For the sake of this video, you might want to use a block. Block like this you can buy online, or if you don't have it, you can try to find something similar. But for this video, we want something that can keep us up. You will see later. It's not fundamental, but it will be helpful for many videos that we have in our program. Another prop that we really like to use is the bolster. So this is just a pillow. It's a long and narrow pillow. If you have a big pillow, it's possibly going to work, but this is also a nice tool. And this is not very important, but very easy to find. It's just a thin pillow, like a chair pillow. You can use behind your head. You will see. This is not really fundamental, but so easy to find, so you can just get one. So get everything ready and prepare for this chest opening mobility routine. Okay, let's start on all fours. Place the knees underneath your hips and the wrist underneath your shoulders. And now let's start with some easy cat and cow movements. So inhale and bring the chest up and the head up, and exhale, round the back, bring the chin to the sternum and continue. When you inhale, really work on bringing the shoulder back and the chest up. And when you exhale, work on bringing your tailbone towards the floor and continue even a bit more fast. So now when you inhale, the next time you inhale, you just first move the chest up and the head follows at the last. So open the chest first and then the head, so that you really focus on opening the chest, bring the sternum up. It's classic cat and cow movement. You can get a bit faster, breathe from your nose if you can. Great. And now from the cat position with the rounded back, go into a child pose. So place your buttocks on your heels. And now again, go to the cat. And then cow. And then cat. And then child. Stretch in child, really stretch your arms, reach forward with your fingertips. Open up your shoulder and rotate externally the shoulder. So make the scapula far from each other. Stretch in this position. Place your buttocks on your heels, push them backwards, and push the fingertips forward. Now go back into cat. And now cow. And now cat. And now child. Last one, stretch in cat, tailbone down, really work on it, and then open up, chest up, and then child. And that was the first exercise. Now, as a second exercise, from the child pose, let's go into the puppy pose. So lift your buttocks from the heels, and then slide your hands forward and bring your chest and chin towards the mat. Try to reach down and touch the mat, if possible, with both the chest and the chin. If you can't reach the floor with your chest, use a block underneath your sternum to bring the ground a little bit closer to you. If instead you find this easy, place 2 blocks underneath your hands so that you open even more. Remember to keep your hips straight above your knees. So you want really a vertical angle from the knees to the hips. So do this only if you feel very flexible. This is like more advanced. Otherwise, just do the standard version and rotate your shoulder externally, making more space in the thoracic spine. Bringing the scapula away from each other, rotate the external of your biceps towards outside. Keep your chin down and breathe. And feel how this pose really opens up the chest. Stay a few seconds. This is a pose you can always use also by itself if you really want a quick chest opener, the puppy pose. For the next exercise, let's go from the puppy into a cobra. So slide your chest forward, bring your heels together, and bring your hands underneath your shoulder. And now lift only a little bit. We have several versions of this exercise. This is the easiest one. But what we want to do is really bring the shoulder backwards. So rotate your shoulder first towards your ear and then backwards. Really, really opening the front part. And the chest shines forward. So we breathe and we try to send the breath towards the lumbar spine so that we don't move too much with the belly. But also we don't want the chest breathe. We just want the chest to open up forward. If you are a little bit more flexible, you can lift up, still keeping your elbows bent, and the elbows should be touching your sides. Go a little bit higher. But it's important that you keep your pelvis on the floor. That is the exercise. And you still keep the shoulders as back as possible. If you can, you go even higher and work on straightening your arms. Keep your hands strong and steady, palms open, fingers spread out wide. Keep your head straight. You can even look up a little and really bring your shoulder back and down and the chest forward. Breathe into this cobra pose. So we have these three versions. You go with the easy one at the beginning and then you can move to the more advanced versions. And then you lower down. You can also do this in an intermittent fashion. If you feel like you're getting tired, you can go down and then you go up again with an inhale when you go up so that you open your thorax, so that you bring your diaphragm down and create space for the chest to open. And then when you exhale, you go down. And this is an easy cobra exercise. So for the next one, from this cobra pose, let's go back into all fours. Again, keeping the alignment of the hips above the knees and the arms aligned so the shoulders are vertically above the wrists. Keep your back straight like a table. And then now take your left arm and reach out with your left arm toward the ceiling. Look at your side, look at the ceiling, and try to open your chest as much as you can. Work on this twist, inhale, and when you exhale, twist more. So use the inhale to lengthen the spine and the exhale to open up. And then switch to the other side. Lift your right arm up and look at your hand. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist more, and then down and switch again. Left up. Keep your hips square. And then switch again, right up. Now for the last round, bring your left arm up and then bring the back of your palm behind your back. So rotate your arm and really try on opening the chest more. Place it at the middle of your back and work on opening the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Reach up again with your left hand. Lower it down and switch side. Right arm up. And then the back of your hand goes in the middle of your back and you open up into this twist, you will see that the more you repeat these videos, the more your chest will be open. And then reach out with the right arm and then lower it down. Now, for the next exercise, find a wall and find your distance from the wall, extending your arms and bending your back forward. So bend an inch from your pelvis and find the distance from the wall where you can stay really on a 90-degree angle and pushing on the wall with your hands. So you keep your hands spread and strong with the fingers really wide and pressing on the wall, and you work on again opening up your chest. So you're hinging from your pelvis and your lower back is slightly lower than your sacrum, than your buttocks. Open up, try to stay vertical and aligned with the hips on top of the heels and the ankles. Keep your legs straight or slightly bent. It's not really important as we are working on the chest. That's what we are focusing on. Stay here and breathe in and out. Press your hands and try to rotate your shoulder externally, your upper arms externally, creating space in the upper back, in the thoracic spine. So making the scapula far from each other. And then go back to center, stand up, and prepare for the next exercise. Now, stand tall towards the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart, and now interlace your fingers behind your head. And now inhale, bring the chest up, and exhale, extend the hands as back as you can, backwards, backwards. So try to open the chest. Do not bend on the lumbar spine, on the lower back, but bend on the upper back. And now bring your hands behind your lower back, so behind your glutes, and interlace the fingers again. Open up your chest again, look up, and then fold forward your head towards the ground. Here we are not working on the hamstrings, so you can keep your knees slightly bent if it feels better for you. Or you can add an additional leg stretch by keeping your legs straight if that's comfortable for you. But really, just work on keeping your buttocks up towards the ceiling and your crown of your head down and opening up the shoulder as much as you can. So press the hands towards the floor. Press the hands toward the floor, inhale and exhale, stay for a while, for a little while in this position. And now step your right foot back, maybe 1 meter, and then stay down again with your front knee bent and bring your trunk inside the inner thigh and open. So the back foot, it's placed with the heel and toes 45 degrees towards the external side of your mat. And your back leg is straight and engaged. And again, you're opening your chest here. Now go up, straighten your front leg, and shine your chest upwards. The hips are parallel. And now step forward with your back foot in the starting position. Again, shine your chest up, shine your sternum towards the ceiling, and fold forward again. Let's do the other side, but first, stay for a little while again in this fold. And now bring the other leg backwards, so it's left leg backward. Step it. So your foot is flat on the floor, 45 degrees angle, and your chest and trunk is all inside of the inner part of your right thigh in this case. So keep your back straight and feel the stretch and the opening. And now again, Inhale and go up, straighten your front leg and shine your chest upward. Keep the hips square towards the front of your mat. So really push the left hip forward and the right hip backward. And open your chest. And now step forward. Bring the feet parallel to each other and release. Now lie on your back, supine and relaxed. And now let's get into the fish position. So you lift up, pressing on your elbows and hands, and bring your chest up and bring the top of your head, the crown of your head, on the floor. So you really open your neck and you'll see the chest completely open. So your legs are straight and your feet together. And then if you feel a little bit of pain in your neck, because in this pose the neck is supporting a lot of weight, then take a block or something similar, possibly a block, and then place it underneath your thoracic spine. So find a spot that feels good. So if you feel pain, move the block a little bit upwards, a little bit backward. You don't want it to be too close to the cervical and you don't want to be too close to the lumbar. And the block will lift you up, lift the chest up, possibly lift the crown of your head from the floor, but you still get the chest opening. So stay a little in this pose, breathing in and out, opening up your chest with each breath. So you send your breath towards the belly, and then you bring the diaphragm down, and then you open the thorax. So the breath goes from down the abdomen towards the sternum, and then opens up to the clavicles. Inhale and exhale. Keep your eyes closed if you want, or keep your eyes pointed towards the tip of your nose. When you rotate your eyes too much upwards, which in this case is towards the floor, you may stress your eyes, the nerves of your eyes, so you just keep the eyes closed and look at your nose tip. And really stay. So if you are without the block, keep your elbows strong so that your weight is not only on your head. You really don't want to have too much weight on your head. And then remove the block if you have the block. And get back on the floor, laying in a supine position. And now for the last exercise before the final relaxation, let's do a bridge posture. So bring your feet towards your glutes, placing the feet on the floor. Get them as close as possible to the glutes. The knee press towards each other, and a little bit they press forward while you lift your pelvis up. Lift it, lift it, lift it, lift it as much as you can, and again, you can see how you're opening your chest. So now slide your shoulders underneath and interlace your fingers and press the hands toward the feet. So you will see that the upper chest opens up again. Keep your neck nice and straight on the floor and press your pelvis up. If you want, you can support yourself also in this pose by placing a block underneath your sacrum. So the sacrum is the part of your spinal column where the vertebrae are fused together. So you don't want it to be on the lumbar spine, on the lower back. You want it to be on the sacrum. So find a good spot. The block can be vertical so that it can lift you higher. If you feel that is too much, you never have to feel pain. So if you feel pain, maybe place the block a little bit lower, like in second position. Feet flat on the floor. So this version would be an easier version, and another supported version with the block vertical. And just work on the chest. So you bring your sternum towards your nose whenever you inhale. And keep your feet flat on the floor and your hands pressing towards your heels. Very well. Now remove the block. And now go down one vertebra at a time, starting from the upper back. So now for the final relaxation, lift up to seated first. And now take a bolster or a large pillow and place it behind your back, really touching your sacrum again, and vertical, straight. So be sure the pillow is straight. And now place the sole of your feet together, like in a butterfly position. And now lay on your back, on the bolster. Exactly. So you hold the bolster. If you want your head a little bit more supported, you can take another small pillow and place it underneath the back of your head. So this will be your final relaxation. If you feel that the hips are paining and you're not really relaxing in this butterfly posture, you can always extend your legs straight on the floor and just stay this way. You can even let the feet fall to the side. Doesn't really matter here, because here we are just relaxing while still keeping the chest open. So now you stay in this posture for a few minutes, as long as you wish, breathing in and out, and just try to relax your face muscles, relax your eyes, relax your jaw, your lips, and bring the tongue towards the back of your mouth. Really relax all the muscles, the forehead, and breathe. And just let gravity do the job of finally opening up your chest once again. So you're welcome to stay as long as you want. When you want to get out of this posture, just slide towards your favorite side and push yourself up to seated. But really take your time and stay as long as you want.